Hello everyone, it's RASA von Werder from the University of Mother God Church. RASA, R-A-S-A-V-O-N-W-E-R-D-E-R, a.k.a. Kellie Everts, the lady who strips for God and dances to save men's souls. K-E-L-L-I-E-E-V-E-R-T-S. Look me up, my religious work, under Woman, Thou Art God, 6,000-page University of Mother God Church. And for my biography as Kellie Everts in show business, it's kellieeverts.com, K-E-L-L-I-E-E-V-E-R-T-S, or istripforgod.com. And look up my books. I have 20 published books under RASA von Werder and Kellie Everts on Lulu.com, Amazon, and other venues. Okay, now talking about Verna Talbot, how she cursed me twice to kill me when I left her. I was scared to death of her. And beware of ministers. She told me to beware of ministers. They have psychic power. And she was the one I had to beware of. There was another minister at another time I'll talk to maybe someday about, who put a curse on me. But beware of ministers. They're powerful. They can be very powerful. Okay, so she got this guy. It was her curse. It was her, believe me. I'm not joking. I make the sign of the cross. This is the second time she put a curse on me because I left her. And she wanted my money. I was paying her $100 for each phone call when she talked to me. It was only 1 hour a month. That's all I could afford. And I had to pay her $100 for that 1 hour phone call once a month. That's all she was getting out of me at the time. Prior to that, she was getting $500–600 out of me a month when we were real close, you know. But now it went down to $100 a month. So this guy, Jay Crawford was his name, pretended he was going to do a documentary on me, and he had a camera and everything, and supposedly bullshit this, bullshit that. So he started having meetings with me and coming to my apartment. But I always made sure I had someone with me. And I was a minister, social worker, community organizer, and I always had kids. You know, kids, we're talking kids over, the boys were all like age 16 to 21. The girls, I had one little girl, 7 years old, a neighbor used to come by, and there were others, they were mostly 12 to 17. Yeah, so at first I had them together and then I had them separate because they didn't behave well when they were mixed. They were just flirting and playing and flirting and playing, and I couldn't handle them, I couldn't control them. So I made the girls' club that met at one time, and then I had the boys' club that met at a different time, and then I could keep them under control better. So, and I was teaching them from the Bible. That's another story, I've got to tell you. It's a whole different story, I'll tell you someday, but I was teaching them to read. They didn't know how to read, some of them. Oh my God, I never heard of such a thing. 17 years old, didn't know how to read. Can you believe that? Okay. So, okay, so this guy starts coming over for meetings, but I always made sure there were kids there. And one day he says to me, I'm trying to talk to you serious business about this documentary of this, of you being, you know, minister, dancer, preacher, stripper for God, blah, 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 blah. But you never take me seriously, and you always have kids here, and I can't do this unless you talk to me by yourself sometime. So I fell for his trap. It was a trap, and I fell for it. So I used to play, I forgot to say, I used to play basketball. I love basketball. And I used to go down to different basketball places to play. And then I found a place that had many basketball courts. It was in Lindsay Park, L-I-N-D-S-A-A, no, L-I-N-D-S-A-Y Park. It was a project, and they had like many basketball courts. So I said, hey, I'm in basketball heaven. And so I went there every night after work and weekends, and I played basketball for several hours a day. And I became very friends with this nice boy named Butch. Black boy. He was like 6'4", And we used to play together. And then after we played basketball, I would treat him to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I loved it. We had such a good time. I treated him. We played. I treated him. I loved it. It was a wonderful friendship. Wonderful, wonderful. And he probably got infatuated with me. I imagine, you know, I don't really know for sure, but probably a lot of boys got infatuated with me in those days. So, this guy, this con man, he was just trying to have sex with me, but I didn't figure it. I didn't figure it. But he came because of the second curse of Verna Talbot. So I said, okay, so next weekend at such and such time you can come, we'll be alone. We'll go to the movies together and then we'll talk. So sure enough, he came, and there was a local movie theater in Williamsburg where I lived, and we went there together. And we saw a movie, and then after the movie, went back to my apartment. And he tried to, of course, Rasa, get a life, get real. Look at the writing on the wall. Look at the writing on the wall. It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that, my friends. They're going to want to fuck you. They want to fuck you. Always. And so he tried to grab me to embrace me and make out. And I just pushed him away. And then he grabbed me, picked me up, and took me in my, was it a couch or was it a bed? I can't remember now. Yeah, I think it was the futon, or futon. And he threw me on the couch, and he was going to do it to me. He was going to rape me. If I didn't let him, he was going to rape me. And I said, well, excuse me, I got to go to the bathroom. Saved by the bathroom. I don't know how many times I've saved myself from guys by saying I had to go to the bathroom. So he didn't stop me. So I went to the bathroom, and the bathroom has just a hook, one hook. So I put the hook on. I looked in the mirror. I was white. White as a sheet. White! And I said, God, I swear to you, I will give you more of my life than ever. I will be a saint. I will do more good for you than I've ever done in my life. Save me. And God said, wait till he goes away from the door and goes to the music, because I was playing oldies, rhythm and blues oldies, which he loved. So he went back in the living room. I could hear him, and I said, and the door was just 5 feet from the bathroom. And I quickly opened my bathroom door, and I quickly ran to the front door to go out. And as soon as I opened the door, there was Butch, the boy I played basketball with. He was 6'4", standing there. Oh. So Butch came in, sat down at the table, kitchen table with me, and this Jay Crawford, would-be rapist, comes in. And I said, this is Butch, I play basketball with him. And that Jay Crawford took his hand and he slapped me with all his might on my face, because God stopped him from raping me. And he left. I said, Butch, what happened? What were you doing there? He says, Rasa, he says, I saw you walking with this guy down the street when you went to the movies, and the Holy Spirit told me, don't leave her alone with him. Don't leave her alone with him. He said, I heard it clearly, the Holy Spirit. He says, so I followed you, and I came here, and I've been sitting out on the steps. I wanted to knock on the door, but I was scared, he says. I was scared. And I finally got up the nerve. I was going to knock on the door, and you opened the door. So you see how God saved me from this Jay Crawford guy? And he wasn't a little guy. He was 6'3". He was a grown man. He was about 32 years old or something. But he was a con man. He was going to rape me. Now, later, here's even worse. It gets worse. Later, I had a dream, and God told me, Rasa, and God showed me all the kids that I helped that I served as a community organizer, they were all standing in the hallway, and they were all like in grief because I was dead. He would have raped me and killed me. That is what Reverend Verna Talbot did to me, wanted to do to me for leaving her. Just because I would deprive her of the money that I gave her. Now, this Prince Nutty, oh, he was evil too. You would think that he was less evil than her. She told me, and I believe her, because we had friends who had a pool. We used to visit them. She said that one day she saw me in that pool, because I couldn't swim. And I was drowning, and he saw me drowning and let me drown. I don't know. But that incident with put the thing through your needle through your hand, that was enough to know he was out of it. But this is what Reverend Verna Talbot did to me. Now, the next video, I hope, is going to be the last one on her. I'll wrap it up on her and then tell you how I left her. To be continued.